federal election is less than a week away, and here in the Vernon-Lake Country-Monashee riding, there's 4 names on the ballot. Anna Warwick-Sears for the Liberal Party, Scott Anderson for the Conservatives, Blair Vischer for the Green Party, and Leah Main for the NDP. Castanet Vernon sat down with each candidate ahead of the federal election, and now to help any undecided voters out there, we're sharing what each MP hopeful had to say about various issues through the week. First up, we take a look at what each candidate thinks are the top issues for voters in the Vernon-Lake Country-Monashee riding.
Above all, the biggest issue is Canadian sovereignty. We have a lot of different ideas about different kinds of policy, what's right, what's wrong. Basically, fundamentally, we all want peace, order, and good government, right? But we have different ideas about how to get there. But if you think about sovereignty, our sovereignty, and if that is weakened, or if that is lost, or the border is moved, what is at risk for us? People who feel very strongly about the environment, all they have to do is look across the border and what has happened in the last 2 months. They've severely cut into the Environmental Protection Agency. They are reducing pollution regulation. They accidentally fired a bunch of guys who were in charge of nuclear waste management. Like, there would be really a high risk of a lot of damage to our environment. People who are concerned about social programs, do you want to have Elon Musk bringing his chainsaw up here to cut into the universal healthcare? We don't want that. We want to maintain the social programs that we have because they are part of what it means to be Canadian. And regardless of what people think about the pros and cons of Trump's economic policy, we all know that above all, we want to have economic self-determination. We want to decide who our trading partners are. We want to decide how we manage our resources. We don't want to have people in other countries telling us what to do. We are actually, I'm running, and I'm running as a Liberal Party candidate because I want to protect our right to argue with each other about how these things should happen. I think it's just, there's only one solution for us getting out of this situation. And that is why I'm running for office. And that, I think, those are the things that I feel like the people in this riding care about the most.
Well, I mean, there's the obvious one. The housing is, and certainly the economy. I mean, I run a business. I know how hard it is, especially getting to be out now. Specifically, I'm interested in the firearms bans that the Liberals have put out. I would like to see them stop. I think that firearms hurt people only when they're used by bad people. I collect firearms, and my firearms are in my basement, and they will hurt nobody.
Yeah, I really think it's cost of living. People are having to choose between what foods they're going to eat and whether they can get their kids shoes. I know I've really experienced this sort of crisis of every week everything's more expensive, and it's so challenging to try to make any other decision when you're stuck in that. And so I think the Green Party policy of affordable housing, creating more housing that's truly affordable and not run by corporations, and fair taxation. So cutting federal income tax for every Canadian who earns up to $40,000 per year will really benefit people in this area to be able to afford and enjoy life.
It's dual two issues that compete with each other: the tariff, the economic war that we're in, and affordability. And the tariff war is definitely making things less affordable. People's incomes are remaining steady or diminishing because they're losing jobs as corporations and companies and small businesses shut down because the challenges are too unsurmountable with the tariff wars. So people are angry about the tariff war and they're scared for their futures. That's the two biggest issues.
Tomorrow, we look at what each candidate thinks the Fed should do about the trade war with the states. For Castanet, I'm Chelsea Mutter in Vernon.